Shauna McKenzie, founder of Best Kept Self, with your Monday morning pep talk. I am feeling great because, as you may or may not know, the Start Right End Right 30-day challenge began this past Saturday. And with that task, we have challenged you to spend a little extra time with yourself in the morning, to do whatever you want to do. We hope you'll spend it documenting some gratitude in your life, giving thanks, maybe journaling, maybe meditating, or maybe it's just simply browsing Facebook or Instagram because you want to get that distraction out of the way right away in the morning. What I've personally been doing with that extra bit of time as part of this challenge is taking a moment to get really concrete with what my goals are moving forward, meaning actually physically documenting them on paper. I believe in this practice because it's personally worked for me. When I started my consulting company in 2007, I put myself through the same practice. And what I did was take out a sheet of paper, and on that sheet of paper I wrote the date 2 years from that moment, and line item by line item documented everything that will have happened, ultimately, ideally, right, in present tense language in order to kind of set a vision of what my life looks like 2 years from now. Well, of course, somehow, that journal got put away. I moved a couple times, and 2.5 years later, I just happened to stumble on it, completely forgetting that I ever did that. And as I opened and took a look at that specific journal entry, I was shocked because as I read through each line item, I had accomplished every single thing that was on that list. Every single thing, no exaggeration. And I just sat there stunned looking at it. So I firmly believe that putting it on paper and documenting it is so incredibly worthwhile because of just what I've personally gone through. But not just that, they've actually studied this. In 1979, they did a study of NBA Harvard grads in terms of reaching goals. And they had a few people actually document their goals in writing. They had a few people just simply verbally say what their goals are. And then they had a group that didn't even set any goals. And then over the next 10 to 15, 20 years, they followed these individuals. And the people that wrote down their goals, which was only about 13% of the tested individuals, they were making upwards of 10 times more than the people that just verbally said their goals or didn't set goals at all. 10 times more. Now, what's more impactful than writing down your goals is another good practice, and one of my favorites, and that is social accountability. So to take this one step further, tell someone in your life that you're going to do something. Whatever the goal is, tell someone. There are several other studies that have cited that you are more apt to reach a goal if you tell someone, up to 95% more likely to reach that goal if you hold yourself socially accountable by telling someone else in your life that this is what you hope to achieve. So what can you do this week in terms of either documenting those goals concretely on paper or finding someone in your life to be a social accountability partner? They don't even need to necessarily know you're doing that. You could just simply tell them in a conversation that this is what you're hoping to do, and you said it out loud. Just the mere practice of saying it out loud to someone else makes us feel compelled, like we need to follow through on it because now someone else knows about it. It's a practice that I put into place constantly. It's a practice I put in place deliberately, and I find myself now kind of unconsciously putting it into practice because it's just worked so well for me. So going back to one of the big announcements which is prompted to get more concrete with our goals, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have a major revamp to the website and we are so excited. And with that revamp of the website, we are actually announcing our next new 12 fabulous contributors who are really amazing. And we've now officially gone global with our writers, as we have someone in the UK, we have someone in Canada. And so please check out these really wonderful women. They are going to be bringing us some excellent content over the next 6 months. With that said, let me know if you have any quick tips or strategies for actually following through on your goal. I would love to hear what they are, and as always, I will chat with you next week.